Hello friends, my name is Natalia and welcome to Stitching in the Rain. First of all, I want to thank you for your wonderful comments and such a warm response to my first video, my video with Justin, who is behind the camera today. Say hello, Justin.
Hello.
Thank you so much for such a warm response to our first video. And we would like to offer you today my summer progress video. So there will be a lot of works in progress and a couple of finishes, which I will reserve for the very end of this video. Also, you will still see Justin because last time we recorded a couple more works in progress, his comments on my works in progress that you haven't seen yet. So that will be a little treat for you. And of course, we will try to show you everything up close and very personal. You will see all of my stitches. Um, I think I will probably begin with answering a question. I only got one question from you, and I think it was from Renee. Hi, Renee. And you asked me where I get my kits. I think it's a really good question. If you have any suggestions, something that I don't know of, something I don't mention here, maybe forget to mention, then please feel free to comment and add to it. So first of all, we kind of live in this world of two realities, right? Online and offline. So let's begin with offline. Offline, there are of course a variety of shops where you can get some of the kits. I remember a few years ago, I would get kits at big stores, kind of like Joann's and Michael's, stores like that. But lately, I noticed, first of all, Joann's are closing. If I understand correctly, they are closing, nationally. At least in our area, they are closing. Um, at Michael's, they still have some of the kits, but I noticed that both in Joann's and Michael's, they only carry like their own brand. I don't remember the name of it, I can't tell you right now, but uh, some of them are pretty nice kits and definitely, worth of embroidering. Also depends what you're looking for, right? And what is your style, what is your taste in embroidery. But still it's pretty limiting, to select only from one brand. But it's one of the possibilities. Another one, I heard of small, kind of very specific, so to speak, professional shops that are specialized on crafts, maybe sell yarns and maybe sell something for embroidery like kits or threads or something. I've only been to one shop like this, maybe to a couple of shops, but one that I remember specifically, and they did not carry a lot for cross stitchers. They were just like simple things, like you could get canvas from them, but I don't remember. Maybe, yeah, I think one kit I got from a shop like this, but it was needlepoint, oddly enough. I haven't done needlepoint yet, so my daughter is interested. She really liked that design, so she's trying to get into it. So that's another possibility. So check some of the stores around, maybe like individual smaller shops that carry it. And again, if you live in the area where you know of such shops, please let all of us know. Maybe we can also get some kits over there. And finally, thrift shops. And at thrift shops, I do get sometimes I see kits there, not a lot, but sometimes I get, again, it's like hit and miss. Sometimes you will like it, other times you will just pass it. But I do get a lot of things like canvas and some other. I think I got a really beautiful. It's not a kit. It's like pattern, a really beautiful pattern once. Um, and canvas or linen. I got linen at thrift shop. So those are also places well worth visiting. But if and you do have, internet at your fingertips, all of you, all of us, right? Because that's how we communicate. Um, then the world is your oyster. You can order your kids from everywhere around the world, and that's literally how I get all of my kids. And it took me several years, of course, to collect. And I have not very many. I would think probably around 50 kids at this point as my collection. Something like that. I think maybe between 40 and 50 kids, not more than that. But I collected them over the years. And the sites I use are it's just variety. It's of course eBay and Etsy. Um, 123 Stitch. Let me just, I wrote down just in case I forget something. On Instagram, if you are on Instagram, there are designers who also you can order your either patterns or maybe even kits from them. It depends. Some of them offer kits as well. And Amazon. I hear about groups, like cross teachers have groups. I don't know where you would find them. Probably Facebook, that's my guess. And also sometimes people just have, their own collection, their own stash of kits, and maybe they're not interested anymore and they try to sell them. So that's how you get some of the kits. So that's all I could think of. If you guys, any of you know more information, please share. And I think we can all benefit from this. And Renee, thank you for your question. And please feel free to ask me other questions. If I can, I will definitely answer. So I think I have 7 works in progress that I want to share with you. 7 works in progress that I worked.
That's going to be part of this experience.
Yes, it's in the park and it's a gorgeous park. I will.
And a gorgeous day.
And a gorgeous, gorgeous day, 73, 72 Fahrenheit. And it's just really beautiful. And we will show you a little bit of this park, just a little bit, so you will see how great it is. Anyway, so I have 7 works in progress to share with you that I worked on during this summer. And a couple of processes that I will leave to the very end. So to begin with, it's Summer Sampler by Mireshka. And I know you all wanted to see up close, so here it is. Here it is. So the little detail on this embroidery is sewn on a separate canvas. This is Ada 16. And when I finish all of the details, they will be stitched on this larger canvas. This is also Ada 16, but of different, as you can see, different color. So one is snow white and another is off-white. So this is Summer Sampler. And Justin, you can show like stitches up close and the details and the colors. I hope you can see colors well, because this color scheme is really, really beautiful. It's classic, of course, red and blue and a little bit of gold, but it's just gorgeous, gorgeous poppies. And I forgot what you call this, cornflowers, right? Cornflower. Just really, really beautiful, in my opinion. You heard what Justin think of it last time. And of course, raspberry is just really very cute detail. Raspberry I actually embroidered last summer, and that's all I've done. And it's just, look how detailed it is. Like a lot of um, tones in this, a lot of blends. It's small, but really very complicated, sophisticated embroidery. So that's the first one. And here you can see a few short videos from the park. We visited a gorgeous rose garden and dahlia garden, and it's all a part of a very large Point Defiance park in Tacoma, Washington. Okay, and whip number 2. I just want you to appreciate the humor in this envelope. I think it's lovely. Okay, so this one is a wind chime, and it's a vintage dimensions. I think it's maybe 1989 or 91, something like that. And I just found it on a whim, on eBay. I just really liked it. And it was inexpensive. I think it was around $10, maybe $8 or $9. So here is what I've done. This is my very first work on plastic canvas. I had no idea what to expect from it. But I think I already talked about it, in my last video, so maybe I don't need to repeat it. I will just mention that it's really soft plastic. So if you are like me, if you are afraid to, stitch on plastic, don't be, because it actually is. It's a pretty nice process. The only thing I would change next time, and when I still have to do some back stitching here, I will just use a thinner needle. Someone suggested to use needle number 28, and so then it wouldn't be so hurting your fingers, when you try to push it through all these threads on, on plastic canvas. But I think it's just lovely, and it's just so summery with butterflies and roses. And we are here, by the way, we visited a rose garden. It's absolutely amazing. Such a beautiful rose garden. Um, I just really like it. Tell me what you think. But all stitches are done, and some of the back stitching is also done here, but not completely yet. And after all, I will have to cut it out and make this wind chime. Ha ha ha, said the crow. I hope they approve. I hope the crow approves. Hello. Hello, friend. Как он близко к нам подошел. He's really, really close. Right behind our backs. In the park by the rose garden. Did you see it, Justin? He chewed and then spit out. What he finds there? I guess it's kashtan, да? I forgot. Chestnut? Chestnuts probably, да? Is it a chestnut? I think it is. Yum yum. Yum 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 yum. So this is Riolis kit. I don't know if you're familiar with this brand, but they are mainly doing wool acrylic blend, and this one is not. This one is just cotton thread. Cotton thread. The canvas is, I think, Ada 14, if I'm not mistaken. It might be 16. Here is what I've done so far. I started, usually I start in the middle I always find the middle and then I start working my way through this whole embroidery. But this time, for some reason, I wanted to start in the left uh, lower corner. And so I started stitching this basket, which is also very complicated, a lot of different colors, a lot of blends in this, and a lot of different kinds of, not different kinds of crosses, it's all a cross stitch, but it can be, uh, you use one thread or you use two threads or three, you just really have to watch. And this one, I just probably either maybe I saw it on someone else's video, and I just really liked it. It's very charming, I have daughter. My daughter also is interested in some kind of handicrafts. She tried a little bit of embroidery, but it didn't really catch her attention that much yet. But she really likes crocheting. So far crocheting is her thing. Anyway, so I really liked it, and I found it also somewhere online, maybe even Amazon. It could be either Amazon or eBay or Etsy shops. Riolis, by the way, has like their official shop at Etsy. So you will get really good prices. They have coupons. They, regularly have sales, and they are really very nice. I will tell you a little bit when I will, talk about my other work in progress, and I will tell you a little bit more about their customer service. So this is again Riolis, and this one actually is acrylic and wool blend. That's the thread I'm using here. This is on Ada 14, and it's called Cat's Calendar. And if you love cats, you will absolutely love this calendar. And I've done a lot of work with this. I've completed all of the stitches and most of back stitching. So let's look at it. I think what you've seen last time, you haven't seen the last couple of kitties that I finished. Here it is. That's my beauty. I absolutely love this. It's just so charming. Anyway, so Cat's Calendar, I can tell you a few things about it. I can talk almost endlessly about this. I really like it. Anyway, so if you see on Riolis cover, you will see that they put this Christmas kitty in January, which is probably puzzling for most of you, but not to me. So Russian Orthodox Christmas is actually in January. It's January 7th. So the idea is, of course, that it's, and the company is, it's either, I'm not quite positive how it works. It's in Russia or it's in Lithuania or in both countries. I don't know how they deal with all this, how they share it, because like what I get, because right now I don't think you can get any stuff from Russia these days. Unfortunately, with all the events that going on, we will not get very deep into this. But I get everything from Lithuania, which is small-ish, not very small, but not very large country in Europe. Uh, by Baltic Sea. It's a Baltic Sea region. If you look at the map, there is Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. So this is where they send. If you go to their, official shop, Riolis shop on Etsy, they will be sending you stuff from Lithuania. And you know what? Something happened. So when I did all of this beautiful border. Look how gorgeous is this border. It has like 4 or 5 different colors in it. It's really very, it's not as easy to make it. Anyway, so some of the colors finished. Some pink and I think maybe yellow. I can't even remember anymore.
You ran out?
It's been a while. I ran out of it, yes. And so I wrote to them, and they were very nice and very kind, and they sent me for free. They sent me more of these threads of these colors. And unfortunately, first time they made a mistake, so they sent it to me second time. So then what happened when they sent it second time, I haven't received it. So I contacted them again, and I was like, well, I understand, they send it from Europe, so it takes a while. So I was waiting and waiting. I probably waited for a little bit too long, but I contacted them eventually, and they say, really? And it shows us that it was delivered. And I'm like, well, but it's not. It didn't get to me. And they send it to me for the third time. Then actually that second envelope with the thread also showed up, finally showed up. So I now have enough of this pink and yellow threads. But they were really nice, and they didn't charge me anything. So anyway, so I put the Christmas kitty in December spot because I just think it makes more sense here in America. Here's this is when we celebrate, and I also think that this very serene looking kitty kind of drinking this, Asian tea ceremony, right? Maybe it's Chinese or Japanese or Korean tea ceremony, and just looking so peaceful and serene. I think it really makes sense to put it in January spot. Would you agree with me? So anyway, so I finished pretty much all of the kittens. I did a little bit, some of the changes I mentioned already. Another change, I also added sun to August kitty because it kind of looks a little bit lonely without sun. I thought, it kind of looks a little too cool. And I thought, it's summer and we have a moon here. The kitties in love, March cats, they're in love and they enjoying the moon. So why don't we have sun? We have rain, we have snow, we have wind, we have everything here but sun. So I invented the sun. I put it here in August. And the last kitties that I've done in August were October and December. I actually tried to stitch every kitty in the months, like if it's April, then I'm stitching the April kitty and so on. But um, I just wanted to finish it, to be honest, and I already got a frame that I will be using for this embroidery, just inexpensive frame from IKEA, but I think it's just, it will do the job, at least for now. So, because, professional framing is amazing, of course, but it's really very, very expensive, and not always we have resources for it. So I think IKEA will do the trick. And IKEA, by the way, being European company, and Riolis being also European company, it has this common standards. So they measure in centimeters, and so like if you if you need a frame for some of your Russian or European embroidery, maybe you cannot find a standard frame in America which will quite fit. So it's just a hint for you. You can use it if you want. That in IKEA, it will be standard European sizes for frames. Okay, so the next one is Nature's Alphabet by Busilla, and designer is Sandy Orton, who is an amazing, amazing designer. And I really liked this pattern a lot, and I was kind of hunting for it for probably a year or even 2 years. I was looking at eBay or Etsy. You can just like do a Google search, and it will show you in which shops, which websites can offer you the kit, right? So I was looking for it, and it's pretty popular. You can get either a pattern, and it's not that expensive, but the whole kit was kind of a little bit pricey. So I was just like looking regularly, more or less regularly. And finally, I got it for a price that I thought was pretty fair, which was probably around $20, but I don't remember anymore. So here is what I've done. I pretty much finished all the stitches here, the cross stitches I finished. And I will have to do back stitches, which is only around the letters themselves. And after all, we will have um, a few, what it's called, I forgot, charms at the very end, right? So that will be it. I really really like. I'm so happy with this. It's just so pretty. I love all these colors. I love that it has, animals, and the bird is really beautiful. By the way, I don't know what kind of bird it is. Justin, do you know? Maybe you know what bird
Mm-mm.
is this? I kind of I know a bird, but it's in Russian, so I really don't know what it would be in English. But I thought in Russian it reminds me of Ivolga, but it's a European bird. So hardly it would be European bird than this one, right? But yeah, I love everything about this one. This is Ada 14. It was really very easy, very, very pleasant, very peaceful stitching. Zero stress. It's just absolutely gorgeous design. She's an amazing designer. An amazing designer is not only when you like the aesthetic side of it, right? But when it makes sense when you stitch, that's when you can say the designer is really very talented and professional. So I'm completely in love with this. I said that I finished all the stitches, but of course, obviously, I haven't finished this corner yet. And this is just a mirror reflection of the other corner. So it will be the same here. Other than that, all stitches are finished here. I promise you. The next one is Panna, and this is Prague. And this is the one I haven't shown yet in my previous video. I think it's the secret one of two. So this is Prague, obviously. And it's not an easy stitch, but I really like the design, and Prague is the city of my dreams. I just really want to visit Prague someday. It's a gorgeous medieval city, one of most beautiful capitals of European, capitals. This is Ada 16. It's a little bit stiff, but not to the point that it's, like unpleasant. It's a nice canvas. A lot of blends here, probably, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 42 colors and maybe 15 or 16 of them also, blends, not of them, in addition to them. And you can see just like how, like how challenging it is to stitch all the shades of green, for instance, in these trees and bushes. Um, the easiest part probably in this embroidery buildings. Building is pretty easy because it's all geometrical design, and it's pretty straightforward. But when it comes to trees or the sky or water, like swans here, swimming in this water, it's all like, very, very like woven almost, very intricate. And the interesting part about swans, even though they are on the picture, you can see they are white swans, but actually we use bluish, greenish, grayish threads. There is no white at all in the swans. So that's Prague.
Go.
And the last work in progress of my summer is this. This is by Yunona, Ada 18. So it's the smallest count, the most intricate count, and it's based on a famous icon, Trinity, by Andrei Rublev. It's a medieval, beautiful, my favorite icon. And this work is really my pride and joy. I absolutely love it. Justin, show what is done here. So at this point, we have all three faces. And I started with the middle angel, and then I did what it is, the left one, right? The left one, and then the right one. The right one is less finished, unfinished mostly. So this summer, I think it was in August, if I'm not mistaken, I was teaching this blue clothes. What do you call this kind of clothes? Robes. Yeah. And you can see how many different shades of blue here. It's really very intricate work. What would be another word for intricate? How else to describe it?
Intricate is the word I would use.
Nuanced, right? Very nuanced and very sophisticated. And that's the most difficult for a teacher, I think. The easiest, again, are geometrical parts, but like every good design has this balance of geometrical and organic shapes. So like the table was pretty easy, the building is pretty easy. I really enjoyed stitching this upper part here. You know, it's like such a beautiful interpretation of light, the inner light that the angels carry and that we all carry, to be honest, you know, to the point that we can really beautifully illuminate the world. So, and the contrast to this is the clothes, of course, that is also organic shapes, but like it's darker and it's all these folds. But I really like how it all turned out. It really turned out really well. Okay, the last two projects I have for you, Justin, are this. This one even still has a
Oh, wow.
embroidery loop on
Oh,
this.
swans.
You can open it.
Oh. Oh. There's a lot more to it. Yeah, this is really beautiful. European village, or
Okay.
that's the vibe I get,
All
at
right.
least.
Okay.
Also things that I welcome into my space, European villages.
Okay.
I like the color scheme. I love the complexity of the color scheme. It's not primary. There's a lot of rich, interesting colors there. Even the swans, you know, how many different tones there are there.
Yeah, different shades.
So yeah, that's very striking. The circle still being on it is a little obviously distracting. But
I
this...
can take it off, but I'm working on it right now.
I wouldn't want you to do that. This one has the potential to be a 10 when it's all done.
Wow.
Just because I'm into the whole European village, you know, scene. When I'm playing videos in the background, when I'm working at my desk, it's sometimes European villages with music.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like this one a lot.
Do you promise to take me to this European village?
As soon as we can afford it, absolutely. Yes. Do we know what country it's supposed to be?
I will tell you all about it.
All right.
So, you said potential being 10, but what do you give it right now? The way it is right now? Because you don't know everything. Maybe the rest will be yucky, you know? You will say, no, not to my liking at all. Too much pink and flowers.
For instance, I love the tones that they use in the roofs. The clock tower, this gold and orange and even some, you know, like almost into browns.
Yeah.
The greens are really vibrant and rich.
Okay, so what if I fill the rest of the space with pink flowers?
That would leave it at about 8.5.
Not 6?
Oh God, no, no,
Okay.
you've
So for right now, for what it is, your rating is?
8.5.
8.5, okay. 8.5. Ta-da!
Oh yeah, that could be a 10 for sure.
So this is Panna, and actually it's Prague, the capital
That's
of
what it.
Czech Republic,
The roofs reminded
not
me
a
of.
village. But yeah, it's a famous, but it's not all done yet, so you probably just didn't recognize, because if you saw this building, you probably would recognize that it's not a village at all. It's one of most famous buildings in Europe. Anyway, so this is canvas number 16, and it's difficult. It's not easy at all. There are a ton of blends, colors. The canvas is well, I'm using what is lupa?
Magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass. You have another word for it, no?
Magnifier.
Magnifier. Okay, so I'm using a magnifying glass to embroider, so that helps, of course. But you know, it's a challenging one. It's the highest difficulty this company offers. Plus, it's a full coverage. If I'm not saying this term right, please let me know. But you see that embroidered every single square.
That's a lot of squares.
It's a lot of work, yeah. So this will be 42 colors, and I forget how many blends, maybe 15 or maybe even more than that. 21 by 35 centimeters. How much it is in inches?
30 is a foot, so
Well, probably like 15 inches, right? Like 12 by 15 inches.
something like that. Yeah.
In that neighborhood.
Here,
Maybe
let me take a
16.
look.
It's okay. So you gave it what? 8.5?
Mm-hmm.
8.5.
And the dimensions are on the front. Okay.
Okay. And the last one of my current works in progress is, of course, this one.
Yes. Wow. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Kind of speechless on that one. Yeah, this is just really beautiful. Is this based on an old artwork, or
Yes.
is it inspired
Yes,
by it?
ancient.
Yeah, okay. It has that feel to it. It really captures that energy. Yeah, the color palette here is very old world. We talked the other day about how the robes and the textures and the folds and the shadows and the highlights and the robes are just amazing. The wings are really striking. The background color, I guess you call it sky, is really sort of unexpected and very high energy. And the foliage that they put in there was an unexpected element. It makes total sense. But yeah, it has a lot of kind of surprising elements. Very
What
timeless.
did you say was unexpected?
I am assuming these are palm trees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense for the part of the world they were
Yeah,
in that they would be, but
definitely.
I wasn't expecting them as
Right.
part of the picture. So yeah, it's really, really beautiful.
Yeah. It is my biggest work so far of all of my works. This is the biggest one.
And that's also 100% coverage, yes?
100% coverage, and it's Zweigert Aida 18, so the smallest of them all. I started working on it in the fall of 23, so I'm in the second year. But because I have a lot of projects, I kind of mingle between them, so it's not even every month when I, work on each of my works in progress. But I absolutely love it. And this is, just so you can hold it, this is by the brand Yunona from Ukraine, and it's called Trinity, Troitsa. So it's based on a very famous Andrei Rublev's icon, Troitsa. And again, when I will be making video all about this icon, I will talk more about it. I'll give you more details. This is 38 centimeters by 50 centimeters, so I don't know, you can count how big it is.
12 by 15-ish.
Okay, 12 by 15, you think? Not bigger? I think 50 is bigger than 15, but...
You said 50?
Yes, 50 centimeters.
Oh, yeah, I misheard you.
The long side is 50 centimeters.
Yeah, that's like almost 21-ish.
Yeah, it's a big one. I mean, to me,
Yeah.
this is the biggest from all my work. But it's not as difficult to embroider. I can talk more about it when I'm done. But the most difficult part is right here. And I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm so happy. Okay, so this is it. What is your rating on this one?
This one gets a 10 for what I would call fine art and detail. It's not, how do you want to say it? Icons are not something I decorate with, but I don't think anybody would expect that. But I think it deserves a 10 for sure.
So you wouldn't have it in your space?
I would have it in a special space, not a general hang out and relax space.
Right.
More of a space of contemplation. There we go.
Спасибо.
Пожалуйста.
Okay, so those were all the whips that I was working on this summer. And now I have a couple of summer finishes for you. Would you like to see my finishes? You haven't seen them yet. I forgot to bring previews for them, so I will just read for you the names of the kits that I used, okay? So number one. This embroidery I made for my daughter. And originally there was different text and it was in English, but I wrote in Russian to her. At her request, she said, Mom, it will be more special, from you in Russian. So I kind of come up with my own text, just, from my heart. I can translate to you what it says. Anyway, the kit it was called Celestial Prayer, by Dimensions, and it was produced in 2000. Designer Todd Trainer, and there was literally a prayer. What I've done, it's more just like maybe my my wish, just like my heartfelt wishes or my inspirational words for my daughter. And I said, light, power, happiness, everything is in you. Shine always. And I just wrote here a date of her graduation, because she graduated this year almost, but she had this beautiful ceremony at her university. So that was my finish. I've done it in just a few days, maybe 7 or 8 days only. It's my first miniature. It's my first process where I used 4 strands. Instead of 1 or 2 strands, I used 4 strands. It was my first text by backstitching. So on top of which I had to invent the shape of the letters because I wanted it to look kind of like medieval. So it was my first letter design, you can say, and the first embroidery that I finished for my daughter. But believe it or not, I've never finished any embroidery for her. When she was little, I was embroidering cute little bibs, you know, like these little things where when you feed the baby, so they, you know, when they like spit out or anything, it will catch it. But I think I haven't finished it. We used it still. It was just cute with little, you know, animals. But this is, you know, I finished when she was already a student, university student. Yeah, and she really likes celestial, so that's why I chose this design for her. So that's finished number 1 from this summer.
Yeah.
And surprise! What is it? Did anyone recognize? So this is a beautiful interpretation of an American flag. Which way?
Tip it back a little at the top.
Like that?
No.
Like that?
You're seeing a reflection of me.
Like that?
That's better.
Okay. Well, you can move
I
your camera.
apologize to your viewers for having stripes that go this way on my shirt.
Well, you can just move the camera the way that shows best.
That sort of works.
So this is an author of the design is Erin Elizabeth. It's just called American Flag by Erin Elizabeth Designs. Okay, close it then.
No, it's still round. Okay, keep going.
I made my own changes for it. So it's not a kit. It wasn't a kit. It was just a pattern that I bought from this designer. And I will show you. Tell me if you want to see the cover. You know, I will not show you the pattern itself, but you know, just the picture of this flag, so you can find this design if you are interested. But I made some changes. So I made it on red canvas instead of white canvas, and so the red stripes I made white stripes. So I kind of, it has my own twist. I like it. What do you think? Let me know what you think. I used royal blue by DMC number 796, and I just had, you know, from all of the kits that I finished already, I just had white threads. So some of them are white, some of them are kind of creamy white. They're all at different shades, but I think it's all right. I think it all works pretty okay. The frame, by the way, is also from IKEA, and it's a temporary frame, and it probably is not like the most logical, not orthodox frame for this design, but I think for now it works, and you know, it's on the wall with other my embroideries, and they kind of all look coherent together. I'll show you someday. someday. So I think it's a really beautiful design. So if anyone is interested, I will definitely show you the cover, the preview of this design. And so this was our second video, and now you're familiar and you got really, you know, very up close to my embroidery, to my stitches, processes, and even some finishes. And I would love to hear from you. Please let me know. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. And our battery is really running low, so I have to finish. And I will see you in the comments, and hopefully soon in the next video.